participating. Thank you for all the questions that I have received. It was great. Put those questions, please, in the group. We're here to build a community together. So make sure the questions, you're asking them privately, which I still appreciate greatly. But please, we're here to help one another to build your brand. Therefore, your question is another 1,000 people. So post it in a group below. I can answer and bring value to all of us. So welcome back to Image Impact Index, because we're here to know how to build your brand. And today I'm going to go by example, because an example is worth a million words. And you know that it's also a way for you to connect with what I'm saying, because theory is one thing, but as you go to college and you learn from the books, well, then you also put it into practice. And that's really what you learn in the street that brings the value together and align your education in the books and your actual education as you live your life. Now, last night I was at dinner, and that perfect example was about branding. In fact, my friend joked about it, and she said, I thought of you, my God, because I follow you on everything you do. And that was a perfect branding example. Now, she wanted her and her daughter to change their medical practitioner, their doctor, their general doctor. And somehow they changed insurance, and for that to happen, then they are starting interviewing different doctors. And she said, oh my God, when I got in the office after waiting a while, so already it was unprofessional to begin with, but the point is branding and appearance, and how you join your message with the way you look, the visual cues. Even today, I'm dressed that way, well, because I'm under the rain, that's for one, and it's practical. It's Sunday, but yet the colors are popping, the cap is going with it. It's come from France. It's an emotional attachment. Now, the lady, who's a doctor, shows up. Not only not looking at her potential new clients, 2 new clients, she's not looking at them in the eyes and is looking down on the ground. That's for one. And my friend thought, well, that's kind of rude, actually, because you hardly say hi, you are whispering hi. You're a doctor, you're supposed to be the authority, because once again, we have preconceived notion emotionally of what we expect. And I'll give you another example in the same league. Now she said, I looked at her hair, and literally she had roots. She probably didn't do her color for the last 6 months. You would think that it's a small detail on maybe even she's growing her hair, but it doesn't matter. You see, there is even a way to wear dark roots and ombre. We can go to that to another session. But the point of it is, you want to make a fashion statement, there is many ways to do it professionally. She said, I could totally tell she abandoned a hair. Then it was held in a clip. I don't even know where she found that clip. The clip was actually broken on one side, and it was just like up her hair. And then she sat on her desk to ask us questions. All of that together, you see, that is branding right there. Because when you're a doctor, there is a certain amount of authority that you're bringing. There is the level of professionalism that you are expected from your patients, because that's what you do. Now, another client said that to me a little while ago, but all that connected in my brain, of course, because I love to bring data, and I thought, for Sunday data, beautiful. This client of mine had an issue with the law, or he wanted to do something about something. It had to do with hiring a lawyer. Same principle. The guy sitting in the room waiting for the guy, actually in his office, and he's late. So a lawyer being late, already, and that's supposed to be someone that was highly recommended. Now, my client said not only the guy was late, he just walked in like a bullet in the office, which doesn't resonate with peace, with calm. Imagine you're going to bring something with the law. You want all your mindset to be clear and calm and collected. So he was frantic, and I looked down and I was like, does he wear sneakers? And not only sneakers, they're dirty sneakers, like they're muddy or they have dirt on them. The lawyer, who's supposed to be, once again, $1,000 an hour lawyer, You expect a certain decorum in order to display that level of money that you're about to charge your potential client. And the guy said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm late. I was on a golf course." My client is like, "Hold on, I'm bringing a big case. Like, it's something I really need help with that because it's really a big deal in my life. Like, if that thing goes sideways, literally, I can turn my life around for the worst." And he said, "Oh, yeah, it was kind of raining at some point, so I have to clean my shoes later on." My client said, although the guy was actually then well spoken and he actually had some great insights on how they could go about that legal battle, my client was like, I could not stop thinking of the dirty shoes. He was late, he raced into the office, therefore he felt like he was already racing. If you're racing for something I need you to have all your attention on, and you're wearing dirty shoes. And he said, I was kind of bouncing my chair so I could look under the desk to say, I can't believe this. This is a high level lawyer who's actually wearing that. And he's telling me that he was on the golf course, so he was late for leisure, and he's wearing those shoes. I can trust him, because you see, trust is ignited from every single visual cues you're wearing. That's how it brings you to a place to say, trust that person. I want to date that person. I want to hire that person. I want to do business with that person. Same thing on the other side. You're pitching your biggest client. Or for this, for instance, here I have a doctor who's ready to have 2 more new patients, a lawyer who's going to have a client who's going to pay him $1,000 an hour. And those people are not able to connect that in the morning. I don't care how they feel. I don't care what happened. There is a level of details and visual cues people are expecting from you. Once again, I'm not saying trade who you are for who you're not. Absolutely not. It's all about authenticity. But for a lawyer to wearing a great pair of shoes, wax, shiny, polished, okay. That lady, she's a doctor. She can afford to go to a hairstylist to get the roots done. She can buy a plastic clip that's going to be better than the broken one she found in a drawer, maybe of her daughter. You see, and because of that, my friend and her daughter, they say, we will never come to that medical practice. And my clients say, I will never hire this lawyer. That is how branding works. You see, appearance is not just for fashionistas and celebrities and billionaires of the world. Absolutely not. I do a lot of keynotes with IT people. And IT had that tendency, and the stigma really on them was, and I heard that from them a lot, which is, oh, who cares? I'm in front of my computer all day and I'm in t-shirt and jeans and it's fine. It isn't. As a leader, and we all lead our lives. I don't care if you have 1 employee under you, a dozen or 1,000. The principle is the same. We're all selling something, a service, a hard good. I speak a lot to entrepreneurs. That's why I have here. I know a lot of them as Jawad and his group, because you guys are emerging entrepreneurs that are learning from that. And it is so crucial to understand every morning. Spend the time to first calm down the mind. When you meditate, that's why it's important. Now the chatterbox, gets down on the noise that you hear. Now you're clear. What is my day looking like? What am I going to do today? Now, what am I going to wear in order to transmit the message I want? Because whether you pitch someone, you go on a date, or it's just a regular day at the office, there are 3 different purposes, and there are a million other purposes. You think of it purpose, the goal that you want to aim, the message you want to make sure you're so clear that by the time people are going to lay their eyes on you, they're going to be like, got it. I got the message. That's how it works. So please, please, please be mindful that every morning is a new day. It's a new opportunity for you to show up and shine. It's not just like, ugh, my God. Because now imagine with that attitude and picking up whatever, what's going to happen? Well, you're going to probably be bringing law of attraction on you, which you will. And now it's like, oh, crap, I'm sitting next to who could become my new boss, my new date, maybe a potential client. But now I look like that. Why didn't I take the time this morning? It's too late. So make sure, be mindful. It's so important. Branding is not just something out of thin air. We talk about it every single day. It's about you putting your brain with your message. How do you communicate how I feel, the goal of the day, and how am I going to bridge all that in order to aim for my goal? And that's the word of wisdom to finish this piece today. Thank you so much. Thank you for all the comments, which I will answer in a little bit. Thank you for your participation, your questions. Again, remember, ask them here. We are growing this group organically together because we're here to build a community. And I have a private group. We'll talk about that. You're going to come to it, and we are going to build many things. Right now, we are building all the calendar, the content calendar. That way, you're going to have a ton to learn from. Until that, we are meeting everyday life. That's my vision, mission, and purpose. And that's how we build your brand, your own image, impact, index.